Hey guys, platformSantana. I'm inviting you guys today into my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to marinate a whole chicken. Chicken is a very good source of protein. I'm going to show you a very simple recipe on how to marinate it for very good flavor. And this you can make in the oven, you can make it in a crock pot, you can even throw it on the grill. So one of the challenges with cooking chicken is so that keep making sure that the chicken isn't dry and preserving all the juices. So I'm going to show you a way to do that today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. And also, if you want me to create specific recipes of other foods, well, you're welcome to just throw the comments on there, and I'll be glad to see what I can do for you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to click like. I really appreciate that. So here we go. We're going to cook chicken. All right, so what I always do is I rinse the chicken in lime juice and water, because I find that lime juice just takes away that gamey smell the chicken can have. So then what I do is I bring the chicken, I pat dry it a little bit, just so that it doesn't, there's not too much water in the seasonings. I pat dry the chicken just a bit, just a little bit of dry, okay? Then I started clip off sort of the pieces that I'm not gonna need of the chicken that contain a lot of fat. I cut the butt off. I don't like to eat that. Sometimes the chicken up here on the top has some fatty sections that I just cut off because it's a little less fat. Some people like to keep it for flavor. You can. I still leave some fat in the chicken. But overall, what I'm gonna do next is, so I make a couple of incisions in the chicken breast, but not into the actual breast, just the skin of the breast so that I can get the marinade in. I make a couple of little holes just in the skin, and I do them on the sides right here. I make sure I don't pierce the actual meat, just the skin, so that I can get the marinade inside of the chicken. And I'm gonna show you in just a bit why. All right, so there you have it. You have the whole chicken. What I like to do sometimes is, even here in the thighs, some people like to cut this part of the skin. You can, because if you do, you can get some marinade in there also. You can use a knife right here. All right, so we're good. First what I'm gonna start with is just regular salt. This is regular sea salt. I'm gonna salt it up. You could use as much as you want. It just depends how you like your chicken. If you like it salty, if you like it very bland, that's up to you. Okay, so now we have some salt on the chicken. It's salted up. So then I'm gonna take, pardon me, so then I'm gonna take some pepper and just put some pepper over it. Turn it around. More pepper. You could use as much as you want. It's all up to you. Chicken's nice and peppered. Perfect. Okay. You want to get all that that's around the cutting board. I like to use all of it up. So then, what I like to use, so this is a garlic press, and it's very useful. You can get it at any store, Target. It's a garlic press, and it just presses the garlic through there. I like it because it just you avoid all the hassle of having to crush garlic and all that. So I like to buy fresh garlic already peeled. So I will put probably 1, 2, 3 little garlic cloves in here, press them. Then I cut them right here, leave them there on the side. Then I take the peel out. You want to clean it up so that you can get the next chunks of garlic in there. Okay, so then I'll take a few more of these, however many you want. Some people love garlic, some people don't like too much of it. It's a very strong spice. Excuse me, it's a very strong, spice. Okay, so we have that. That's garlic. So then we have here is butter, and this is simple. Just take maybe, I would say, 2 tablespoons of butter. Cut it. Leave it right here. You're gonna need it with that. Okay, then you have lime. You wanna cut your lime in half. okay? We have the lime, and then we have our olive oil. So basically what I do now is, I think of just kind of where I want the chicken to absorb the most flavor. So I take a little bit of lime juice and I just squeeze it all over the chicken, inside, the back, and I rub it. Rub it on the skin, rub it everywhere around the chicken. You want that lime to get in there. Lime takes away that flavor of, like just that gamey flavor that chicken can have. Actually, any meat if you don't really clean it well. All right, so we got that there. So then, this is the garlic, and I use my hands because I want to know exactly like where I'm putting it. So the openings that we cut, I put garlic inside the openings. Those openings that we made into the skin, I put garlic in them. Get it right in there. Garlic, you want to get it all the way into the skin. Okay, and then this, you want to take some garlic and just rub it into the cavity of the chicken inside to get all that flavor to come together when it starts to cook, okay? Oh, and see this little piece of fat right here? Some people leave it, I cut it off. The less fat, the better, okay? So then what we come is now the butter. The butter you could just cut into however, you could just grab it with your hands or just pieces. And what I do is I take the butter in the same places that I shoved seasoning into, I put butter in because that helps the chicken keep moisture and it helps it absorb the seasonings. So here we go through the back, shove that butter all the way in there, back here, shove that butter all the way in there, make sure it stays in there, and then you want to go into the cavity of the chicken and kind of rub the butter also inside. All right, there we go. All right, little butter outside, rub it. All right, so now, hands are all dirty, but that's good. We have a nicely marinated chicken. Olive oil is excellent for sealing things and it actually insulates. That's how I describe it to people. What olive oil does for me is it actually keeps like my seasonings where they should be. If you don't use like an oil base, sometimes the seasoning just all goes into the liquids. So you want to use a little bit of olive oil on your chicken just to keep everything kind of in the same place. And olive oil is sort of like a lubricant. It's really good. Anyhow, so this chicken is marinated. As you can see, this is delicious. You could throw this literally on a grill and just grill it. You can put it in your crock pot or you could put it in the oven and do it however you want. If you want also, you can stuff the chicken with like veggies. You could even put the limes in there if you want like a lime chicken. Whatever you want to put in there. You can put vegetables. You could put spinach, greens, anything you want. This little boy is just going to stay just like this. And I'm going to cook him in the oven. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or would like to see other recipes, please feel free to leave it in the comments. One of the things that some people like to do, and I do it often, is if you use wine in your chicken, it brings up the salt in the seasoning. So you want to be careful. I do have a wine here that I usually will use, but I put it on the chicken after the chicken has cooked to sort of broil it and bring it up to give it some nice coloring on the top. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave the comments. Take care.